Okay, good evening, students. So can you all see the screen? Okay, so I'm Eric from the Hkust, Hong Kong University of Science and Technology. Today, apart from myself, we also have Professor Yan Ming from the School of Science and also colleagues Shelley and the student, a Kazakhstan student. She is also studying with our School of Science at Hkust right now. So later she will share about her life and her study life on campus to you. So after the session, so please, just let us know like what question do you want to know, like anything you want to know from us. So we hope that like this session will be more interactive apart instead of like we just talking on our side. All right, so before that, I want to share with you beautiful pictures. Like this is the campus of Hkust. As you can see here, like we're by the seaside and like it's a very, very beautiful campus. It's like at the east side of Hong Kong. So it's, although it looks like it's a bit outskirt, but actually it's like just 10 minutes from a town which can have like shopping, food, etc. So you see like very beautiful, you can see the sunrise on campus in the morning. And we reserve the best part of the campus to students. So what you can see here are the student dormitory. So, when you come to Hkust, you can stay on campus and you can see like all these beautiful facilities that you can use throughout your study with us. So one thing I want to tell you is that like, it's also good news. You can see that the new dormitory. So right now we have a dormitory for students, but not all students can stay more than, so international students can guarantee 2 years. But later in 2023, we have new dormitories so that like more students can stay longer than 2 years. Okay, so, sorry. Yeah, so I want to show you a video first and like, want to let you know like what our students tell about Hkust.
Hi, future students.
Hello, hi, future students.
Hardworking. Sure.
有趣
Opportunity seeking.
Focused, dedicated,
Supportive.
Inventive,
Open-minded. Fun.
different,
Crazy talented.
可以喺4年裏邊咧，俾我揾到自己目標啦，揾到我自己興趣嘅一間大學。
俾一班有共同理想嘅人去追夢嘅一個地方。
For me, HKUST is an empowering university.
To me, HKUST means adventure.
For me, HKUST is not just an education, but it gets me prepared for the real world.
To me, HKUST is a home away from home, but also a place to really challenge myself.
To me, it is a home where every problem can be solved and every passion pursued.
I appreciate HKUST's CBO a lot.
I appreciate HKUST's aggressive progression.
Opportunities,
HKUST's determination towards pushing us to try new things.
Make the most out of your time.
Think critically and open yourself to the possibility.
Take a lot of classes that interest you since you never know what new passion you might discover.
咁千祈唔好怕醜。
And you get to meet everybody when you come here yourself.
We're ready to achieve.
We're HKUST.
Okay, so in the video, you always hear a Cantonese phrase, but what it means that like we are strive for excellence. So we push our limit to strive for excellence. So that's why like you can see, we achieve quite a lot even though we are a very young university. So this year we celebrate our 30th anniversary. We are very young, but we do achieve a lot. So you can see that like we're the second best in the world as a young university of under 50 years old. And even if we compare with other institutions with a long history, we're 34th. Of course, so you can see that like we really push ourselves towards excellence. But what makes us like excel is because of our people. So we have like almost 700 faculty staff, and we're a very internationalized university. So you can see that like many of them are coming from outside Hong Kong, and all of them are active researchers. So you can see that like many of the papers highly cited by different academics in the world. And of course, as I said, we're international. We're not just we have international faculty members, but we also have a very internationalized student body. So our students coming from 80 different countries representing different nationalities. So on campus, you can meet students coming from different parts of the world: Asia, America, Africa, Europe, Australia. So you won't feel like, is it like a university with only Hong Kong students? Definitely not. Apart from that, we also have exchange programs that students coming from different countries coming here for one semester study. So you can see that like on campus or in the classroom, you will study with students coming from Japan, you will study with students from England. Well, the good thing is that like for exchange, apart from they coming to HKUST, you can also go to their institution for exchange for one semester or even more during your study. So as I said, like in HKUST, we have students coming from different parts of the world, and they're all great minds. So when you study with them, when you do projects with them, you'll have someone challenging you and you bring up new ideas as well. So I want to show you some example. This is Ashnuka. She's from India. And of course, in the world of, we're talking about sustainability. And her idea is that putting the bad scrap to brew beers. So it's just upcycling and also minimizing the food waste as well. So what you can see, this idea earns her different awards in the different competitions and earned her the startup fund. She raised nearly a million Hong Kong dollars. And what you can see here, the beer will soon be marketed in the supermarkets in Hong Kong. And then other one is like, if you know about the drones, so you may have heard about the DJI. This is the largest drone company in the world. And it's also founded by our alumni, Frank Wang. And this idea actually is generated from his final year project and also his master thesis. So in HKUST, no matter your dream is big or small, so we will help you to achieve. So are you ready? So next, I want to talk a little bit more about the admissions information, which is more important to you. So HKUST is not a very comprehensive institution. So we only have 4 schools and 1 interdisciplinary program office. So we have science, engineering, business and management, humanities and social science, and the interdisciplinary programs office. So these 5 units will in total over 49 plus majors and 24 minors. And why you see it's not 49 majors, but 49 plus is because we have 1 interdisciplinary major that you can design your own major. So it means that you can put together courses from different departments, from different schools to make up your own major. So it makes it like infinity combination. So all the units, we put together different expertise from schools, from units, and we have different what we call the cross-disciplinary majors. So you see here, like it's all addressing to the issues that what we are facing in the world and what we need in the future. So like big data, biotech management, globalization, sustainability. So we understand that not all students are clearly have an idea in mind, like what programs we want to study. So that's why apart from program-based admission, we also have the school-based admission. So you can apply to the school, and in the first year or first 3 semesters, 1.5 years, you will study something basic. You will study everything. Say, for example, in the business and management, you will study all accounting, finance, marketing, management, etc. And then after 1 year, you can select your major through the major selection exercise, and then continue your study in the major that you choose. So here you can see different majors that we offer. And I will not spend too much time on this because all this information can be easily found on our website. So HKUST adopt a credit-based curriculum, which means that as far as you can finish all the required credit, you can finish earlier, or you can extend your study for slightly longer. So according to your own pace. And also because it's credit-based, it means that like you can do 2 majors, you can do 1 major and 1 minor, or you can do 2 majors and 2 minor. We provide all sorts of flexibilities to you. So in 2021, we introduced the extended major in artificial intelligence. So what is extended major? It means that like apart from your major, so you can learn a little bit more about artificial intelligence and integrate into what you learn from your own major. So in 2022, we'll introduce the digital media and creative arts. So here you can see like no matter you're studying business, engineering, science, you can take the extended major. Of course, for if you're interested in science, we have 2 groups, Science A and Science B, and only Science A students can choose the artificial intelligence extended major. And I am sure science school colleagues, Shelley will, or Professor Min Yan can tell a little bit more later. So here you can see the website for all the informations like join.us.hk. You can find programs, admissions, fees, scholarships, etc. Of course, I will highlight some of them in the coming slides. So first of all, like if you want to join HKUST, what you need to achieve is like you need to meet the general admission requirement, and also some programs will have the specific subject requirement as well. So for Kazakhstan students, what you need is to have your certificate of completion of secondary education, the attested, and you remember it's an N, the UNT certificate. So of course, this is just the on-paper minimum. So what's the competitive range? So you're expected to have 4.5 or above on a 5-point scale. And for the UNT, you need to have 110 or above in 5 subjects. If you are taking the IB curriculum, what we require on paper, that's the on paper minimum, it's an IB diploma. And what's the competitive range? So in 2021, the mid 50 is 37 to 42 for your IB points. It's based on 45 points. So HKUS is very transparent. So we let you know all this information. So you can find all this on the website. Of course, as I said, like HKUST is a very internationalized university. So all courses are in English. So that's why we also have English requirement for the students. So if you are studying IB, what we require from you is your English result from your IB. If you're not IB student, if you're taking the national curriculum, so what we require from you is that you can either choose TOEFL or IELTS. You can take any of this to fulfill the English proficiency requirement. So for different subjects, we have a specific requirement. If you want to take engineering, you can see here, you need to have math, senior level math. And then you also need like, and other science subjects, any one of this. If you want to take this subjects, you need the math as well. So it's like, you can check everything online. So it's a bit complicated to show it on the slide. So I will encourage you to visit our website to find out more. So is it necessary for interview? For some programs, it's yes. So here you can see like 6 programs. We have like a mandatory interview requirement. But for some programs, it's not necessary. We only invite some candidates for the interview. So that's why if you do not hear from us about the interview, no need to worry. Okay, about scholarships. So I want to let you know that like this year we have a target market scholarship for Kazakhstan students. So it's we have set aside some scholarships for Kazakh students. So, well, you don't need to apply. So it's very simple. You just need to apply for admission, but not for the scholarship. So the scholarship will be renewable. It can be partial tuition waiver, which is half tuition waiver, or full tuition waiver, and it's renewable for normal duration of study. So in the HKUST, we have most of our program are 4 years, except one program, which is the dual degree program. You can study science and business, a Bachelor of Science and a Bachelor of Business, or a Bachelor of Engineering and a Bachelor of Business. So that program will be five years for 2 degrees. For the rest, it's a 4-year degree program. So I know that like, well, a lot of Kazakhstan students will participate in the academic Olympiads. So if you are Olympian medalist, if you take part in the regional one, if you're a gold medalist, or if you take part in the international one and you are the gold or silver medalist, well, you will receive another scholarship from us. So of course, you need to be admitted first. You also do not need to apply for this, as far as you apply for admission and then you provide all these certificates or award. So well, once you get admitted, you will receive the scholarship. So for IB students, we also have another scholarship for IB students. So well, as far as you can meet the IB points, you will receive the scholarship. If your friends studying A-level student, studying A-level curriculum, please tell them that we also have a scholarship scheme for A-level students. So what I mentioned before, all academic scholarships based on your academic merit. And now I'm talking about a new scholarship scheme, which is based on your non-academic achievement. So if you are outstanding in leadership, creativity, entrepreneurship, music, arts, performing arts, even esports. So you can apply for this beyond academic admission scholarship, because in HKUST, we encourage holistic development. So apart from academic, we also will look at your non-academic achievement as well. So if you get the scholarship, you receive, there should be, I haven't translated to the Tenge. So it's 50,000 Hong Kong dollars. I can translate to Tenge later. So I'll let you know the amount later, sorry. And then for the value for money, for the tuition fee, it's 7.66 million Tenge per year. And other expenses, including your dormitory, food, etc., will be 3.78 million Tenge per year. So which means that if you add up everything, you should expect to spend about 11.5 million Tenge per year. So the key dates, these are the key dates that you need to pay attention to. So we started our application already, and the early round deadline is November 19th, and the main round deadline is January 14th. Of course, I will encourage you to apply as early as possible, because well, the earlier you apply, the higher chance of getting the scholarship and a higher chance of being admitted. And if you apply by early round, you will hear from us from mid-December. If you applied by main round, you will hear from us from late January. So all applications can be done online. So you just create the account, fill in the application form. Well, in the application, you can pick two choices. And of course, remember to upload required documents like your exam result, your English proficiency test result, personal statement, etc. And then you can also nominate an academic referee to provide us the reference letter. And then submit the information. And most important, when you receive your examination result, remember to update us your exam results. Okay, so today we have our students to be with us today. But if you want to talk to other CASA students or want to talk to students from other schools or faculties, please well, visit our website, and you can well, find them, and you can well, connect them and talk to them. Ask them any questions. Okay, and also, well, please follow our social media platforms, and we will update everything over there. We'll also tell students stories, any admissions update, etc. So you can find latest information from our social media platforms. All right, so I will well, stop here for our brief, for my brief introduction session, and then I'll pass the time to Professor Yan to talk about science school. Okay, Professor Yan.
Yeah. Okay. Welcome everybody. So I am a professor in mathematics, and so I joined the university the second year it was established. So actually this is a bit general. I mean, not just science. So but it would be more personal. Okay. Let's see. So maybe give you some idea about the location. Okay. So here you can see the Hong Kong and the Almaty and the Sultan, and and so I think the flight before the pandemic there was a direct flight between the two places, maybe about 6 hours, and so I've been to both places, and also some other city in Kazakhstan. I really like the country. And so these are some other cities you can see, in the region. So well, where's our university? I mean, so the Eric, explained to you something, and so here is actually the just 10 minutes away, and from our university. It's a very pretty urban area. It's a metro. You can find the metro there and the shopping malls there, and it's very convenient. On the other hand, you already also saw our picture. Very beautiful place. So where's our university in this picture? If you look at the upper left, that's our university. Okay. And so actually the 40% of Hong Kong is not like this. It's a country park, okay? And our university is next to the Sai Kung Country Park, and I think it's arguably the best country park in Hong Kong. And you can see these cows, on the beach. Okay, pretty interesting place. So I sometimes lead students to hiking there. So our university, this is actually our university looking to the sea, okay? But you can see the cloud on the surface of the sea. Our university certainly has a beautiful campus, but you come to study not just for the beautiful campus, for the lots of good things the university offer. And although we are relatively young, but we achieved quite a lot. So these are some of the rankings, and although you should not just go to the university according to the rankings, but at least these kind of ranking shows that our university in a relatively short period of 30 years has achieved quite a lot and was well recognized by our peers. Okay, so we are among the best university in the world. And so it's certainly an inspired place for students to realize their dreams. So our university, the main feature of our university is research. Okay, when our university was established 30 years ago, there was no research university in Hong Kong. And then the Hong Kong government at that time thought that to have a higher level university, they established a new university at the very high level. They invited the professors from the best universities in the United States and set up such a university. So we brought research to Hong Kong. And then the other universities also started doing research. And in all the research exercises, evaluation done by the government, our universities has still been above all the other universities. Their progress, they progress quite a lot, but still we are the best research university. So that brought a lot of things. If you look at the right side, that was actually a research paper I wrote with my student. Okay, so and it was published in the best combinatorial journal. So all the professors are doing research, and undergraduate students have lots of opportunities for doing research. And of course, sometimes because research is very collaborative, and so if you are doing good research, then we sometimes arrange you to visit our collaborators throughout the world. So we have this summer research exchange. The other thing, the other feature about our university is it's very international. So this is my linear algebra class couple of years ago. Right now, in this semester, I'm still teaching this. So if you look at the student in black, he was actually from Kazakhstan. Okay, so he got the gold medal in International Math Olympiad. And on the other side was an international IMO gold medalist from Vietnam. And then the one in blue actually is another IMO medalist, International Math Olympiad medalist from South America. So Eric mentioned we have students from more than 80 nationalities, and due to exchange, actually every year we have more than 1,000 students going out and then 1,000 students coming in. Okay, so in School of Science we have 16 international Olympiad medalists, and we also have 8 Kazakhstan. At this moment, we have 8 Kazakhstan students. All of them are really top-notch students. Okay, and the other feature is that we are very concentrated. Eric also mentioned that we only have these 4 schools plus some interdisciplinary program. So we don't have a medical school, we don't have law school and things like that. Although our overall size is relatively smaller than the other universities, but because we are very concentrated. Actually, our School of Science is much bigger than the other School of Science in Hong Kong, and our math department is much bigger than the other math departments in Hong Kong. So we can do lots of things the other universities couldn't quite do. For example, because of the big data is becoming more and more important. So in the last several years, our math department and sometimes joined with the other department, we hire quite a number of professors doing research in big data. So now we have excellent Bachelor of Science in big data and also the master's program in big data. Okay, so this is also help us to achieve quite a lot. So we don't do everything, but whatever we do, we do the best. So Eric also mentioned that some of this. So the main thing is that our for the school curriculum, because our background is to be coming from the United States, so we are very typical like American state university, and the curriculum is very flexible. Okay, so the admission is mostly actually to the school, and you decide a major after the first year. During the admission, you have some choice about the major, but not everyone. For example, you cannot choose mathematics. Okay, so because in the first year you should explore around. Even if you are admitted to some particular program, your first year courses are mostly the same as the other student in the same school. So then you decide the major after the first year. You can choose the major from your own school, or also the interdisciplinary one. You may even transfer to the other school. From day one, the university has a rule that as long as a department program wants you, then you can go there, even if it's from different school. So it's very flexible. So all the learning is geared toward the student. Okay, so as I mentioned, you can change major as long as new major accepts you, and you have all kinds of combinations of minor and a major and a double major, sometimes even triple major. I mean, just whatever you want to do. You are encouraged to discuss with the professor to see what is the best the arrangement for you. And we have quite a bit of elite program in the School of Science. We have the so-called International Research Enhancement. That is the structure about the students doing research on top of your usual program. And also, this Eric mentioned that we have this the extra data, okay, AI. Our data science and technology is a joint program between science and mathematics and computer. And so quite a number of choices. Right now, you don't need to worry too much about these kind of things. And all you need to know is very flexible. And after exploring the first year, then you may have a better idea which one is most suitable for you. Even after you decide a major and then you change your mind, you can still change to the other. So these are just some of the pictures for our student activities. Okay, so then there will have a student sharing after me. So our slogan is actually "Dare to Dream, Ready to Achieve." Because of all kinds of the flexibility, our university provides all kinds of opportunities to you. And what you need to do is just whatever your idea about your future, your career, your study plan, you just talk to us, and we always help you to realize your dream. So these things I prepared, but Eric probably talked the most about this. Maybe I just say a little bit. Okay, so we recognize the Kazakhstan exam, and actually in the School of Science, we understand the Kazakhstan curriculum very well. I personally visited quite a number of high schools in Kazakhstan. And because the unified national testing is in May or June, so our offer will be conditional on the result. Okay, you get there. And also we accept all kinds of tests. Okay, so even if you like a Kazakhstan student taking the Chinese national exam, I mean that's okay. Okay, so any kind of combination is fine. So I know that the Kazakhstan students, many of you take SAT. Okay, so maybe I should say in SAT we require 3 subjects. Okay, some universities require 2. Some of you only take 2. If you want to apply to Hkust, you need to have 3 SAT subjects. Of course, to get into the School of Science, we pay attention to the math, physics, chemistry, and biology, and these kind of science subjects. Okay. So this is the usual things Eric mentioned. The cost is like this, and total would be something like 200,000 Hong Kong dollar. And in Kazakhstan, tenge is about 11 million per year. Okay, this is cost per year. So in the School of Science, we design a specific scholarship geared toward the Kazakhstan students. Well, the international Asian Olympiads, those are actually offered by the university. Okay, so for the gold and silver, basically the scholarship cover everything, including the living allowance. I think for the bronze medal, it's the scholarship. This is specifically for School of Science, and also for School of Science, if you are the medalist from the international from Zhaltokov competition or the Kazakhstan Olympiad, then you can either have your full tuition off or the the half-year tuition, depending on the gold or silver medal. Okay, so the second line is specifically from School of Science. Okay, so I think that's all for for me. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. So maybe before we start, the sharing by student, maybe I answer a couple of questions first, and maybe I can also invite us, our students to share a bit as well. So the first question, like how many majors and minor we can take. So it really depends because we are on credit base. So as Professor Yan mentioned, so as we have advisors to advise you. So as far as you can fulfill the credit requirement, you can study like 2 majors or 2 majors and a minor, or 1 major and 1 minor. So it's really up to you. So SAT, is it like optional or bind? So it's optional. So because you are Kazakh students, it's not necessary to take SAT. So if you are like from IB stream, we just require your IB score. If you are from the national stream, we just require your UNT, your attestat, and your English proficiency. So bioengineering, yes, with bioengineering major. And well, if you are studying A-level, we just need your A-level result as well. So we also have electrical engineering major. So or you can find on our website. So I can also show you later. So can applicants use SAT reasoning score instead of UNT? No, you need to have your UNT score. All right, so maybe I pass the time to Lua for her sharing.
Okay,
so we can come back later.
Do you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Привет всем. Меня зовут Луа. Меня попросили презентовать на русском. Так, я студентка 4-го курса, учусь по двойной специальности по математике и информатике. Сама я из города Алматы и закончила РФМШ, или Республиканскую физико-математическую школу. В школьное время я участвовала в олимпиадах по математике, где-то с класса 6-7, вплоть до того, как закончила школу. И на данный момент я учусь на гранте в Hkust. Немного о том, почему стоит выбрать наш университет. Во-первых, это высокий рейтинг университета, который уже упомянули до этого. Второе – это сильная академическая составляющая, то есть у нас очень большой выбор разных специальностей, большой выбор курсов, и, например, если вы хотите углубленно изучать математику, то вы всегда можете выбрать усложненную версию разных курсов. Третье – это возможность заниматься научными исследованиями, об этом я расскажу позже, и большой выбор разных студенческих организаций и клубов, это тоже упомяну позже. У нас есть студенты с различным культурным бэкграундом, есть студенты с Японии, Индонезии, Малайзии и так далее, и, конечно же, с Казахстана, с России и других СНГ стран. Еще одна причина – это, конечно же, гранты и стипендии, и очень красивый кампус. Одна из причин, почему я люблю наш университет, это то, что мы можем сами выбирать себе расписание. Каждый семестр вы можете брать какие угодно предметы, которые вы хотите. Самое главное, чтобы вы закрыли все требования по своей специальности. И такая гибкость позволила мне одновременно учиться на 2 специальностях, на математике и информатике. В центре вы можете увидеть фотографию нашей библиотеки, которая состоит из 5 этажей. Это мое самое любимое место в университете, потому что я провожу тут большую часть своего времени. И до этого упомянули программу Europe. Это программа, созданная специально для студентов бакалавриата, чтобы они больше узнали, что такое настоящий ресерч и что такое научно-исследовательский проект. То есть вам предоставляют лист разных проектов по разным предметам, вы можете выбрать какой угодно, будь то социология, биология или математика. И самое главное, что все эти проекты — это существующие проекты наших профессоров. То есть программа достаточно интересная и полезная. Так, здесь я хотела привести примеры некоторых студенческих организаций. Это амбассадорская программа, частью которой я являюсь, менторские программы, клуб робототехники, который тоже является одним из топовых в мире среди других университетов, разные клубы по танцам, разным видам спорта и так далее. Так, теперь я хотела бы поговорить про возможностях Гонконга. Вообще в Гонконге очень много разных финансовых компаний, банков и стартапов, поэтому есть очень много мест, где вы можете делать стажировку или прийти на работу после окончания учебы. Этим летом я прошла стажировку в JP Morgan в качестве инженера-разработчика. Это американский инвестиционный банк. И самое главное, что наш университет пытается вас познакомить с этими возможностями. Университет постоянно устраивает вам мероприятия, где вы можете познакомиться с работодателями и даже сразу им показать свое резюме или CV. Также наш университет сотрудничает где-то с 140 разными университетами в США, Европе и в Азии. И в прошлом году я прошла на учебу по обмену в Калифорнийский университет в Беркли, но, к сожалению, не смогла поехать из-за ковида. Так, и сейчас я занимаюсь ресерчем или научно-исследовательской работой с своим профессором по информатике и прикладной математике. Это одновременно ресерч и моя дипломная работа. Далее, это фотки нашего кампуса. У нас очень красивый вид на море, очень чистый воздух. На территории университета есть бассейны, тренажерные залы. Вот, очень сильно люблю наш кампус. Это просто фотографии из моего архива, где вы можете посмотреть на разные места в Гонконге. На этом все. Всем спасибо за внимание. Надеюсь, вы захотите после этой презентации подать в наш университет. Yeah, it's done.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. So now I will share the screen and also answer some questions. So here you can see is the website, so join.hkust.edu.hk. So some students ask about like the programs, so what all programs we offer. So here you can see like our programs and you can search by school. So these are the programs that we offer, like under science school, we have the science A. These are the programs. And then the science group B, so these are the programs that when you apply to science group B, so you can pick this major. And we also have some interdisciplinary programs like the dual degree, as I mentioned, 5-year program. And we also have the environmental management and technology, etc. And well, students ask about like the science school, so we can have a look at the science school. So in this, engineering school. So in the engineering school, we have the bioengineering. So students ask like if we have this major, so we also have the electronic engineering, mechanical engineering, etc. So you can find like different majors that we offer in the university. So about the admissions requirement, so you can click admissions. Like I know that like some A-level students. So let me show you. When you scroll down, you can like choose the English pattern. And then let's say like you're interested in the data analytics in science, and you have your O-level English to fulfill the English language requirement. So here you can see that if you're an A-level student, so what we require from you, and here you can see the competitive score range to enter. And then for particular program, this is the subject requirement. And then like whether the program requires interview. And then like for the English proficiency requirement, if you have O-level English, you can use this. If not, you can search here like a different English test that we accept as well to fulfill the English proficiency requirement. And then the next one is the fees and scholarships, and like you are non-local students, and then you can see here like the fees, the breakdown, and all the scholarships on academic and non-academic. So based on academic, we have this one, and then based on non-academic, we have this one. So everything you can find simply through the website. Okay, students want to know about the achievement. So I want to first of all say that like in HKUST, well, we rank highly in the world. So we're the second best in the world as a young university. And then if we look at like all universities in the QS ranking, so we rank 34th in the latest QS ranking. And just if any one of you is interested in our engineering, yesterday, the Times Higher Education just released the subject ranking of the engineering, and we are 24th in the world for our computer science. And we're also the best in Hong Kong for our engineering school, for our engineering program as well. So, well, let me answer some questions that you have posted. Well, some question is in Kazakh, which I cannot read, unfortunately. Maybe Lua can like help me translate that. And then for the UNT, yes, like oh, you answered already. Yeah. Okay, so well, I answered like requirement for A-level student. Okay, so oh, any other question that like or anything else you want to know? Like please like type in the chat box, so we still have some time to answer your questions. You can like ask me or ask Professor Yan. Okay, do we have IT faculty? So for IT, I guess you're talking about like computer science. Yes, we have computer science in the School of Engineering. We have computer science, we have computer engineering. And also, as you can see, we also have the extended major in artificial intelligence. So, well, definitely like we have different, well, computer science subjects. So we have the Department of Computer Science as well. Is the scholarship renewable or permanent? So scholarship is is a renewable scholarship. So, well, you get a first year, of course, like you need to maintain your good result in your first year in order to get the second year and the subsequent years as well. So scholarship is renewable based on your normal duration. So what about grants? I guess you're also talking about scholarships. So we have 2 scholarships based on your national exam results. So we have the half tuition waiver and full tuition waiver. So if you are A-level students, well, let me share the screen so that like you can see it again. Okay, on fees and scholarships. So for A-level, so you see that like if you get like 3 A stars and 4 A stars or above, so a different amount. If you are Olympic medalist, so we have like the Olympic scheme. And if you're IB, then you have we have the IB scheme as well. So for the national exam, so we haven't put it here because it's a targeted scholarship for CASA students. So we'll base on your attested and also the UNT to give out the scholarships. So it can be half tuition waiver renewable or full tuition waiver renewable. Okay, so any other question that you want to know? And I've also include my email address in the chat box. So if anyone want to want to find me, so please well, just email me. So I know that like we are almost finished. So maybe well, I will invite Professor Yan again to talk about like well, because we need to have the personal statement. So Professor Yan, can you give the students some hints on the personal statement and also on the interview?
Okay, so we don't interview all the students, but sometimes when we try to give a scholarship or we want to find additional information, we do the interview. And the interview actually is not the academic, ask you hard questions. It's not like a test. Because your academic achievement is mostly already reflected in all kinds of exams or in your high school transcript. So the interview is mostly ask something maybe more like non-academic. Okay, so then it gives us more information to do the evaluation. And so what is the other what is the other one?
The personal statement.
Oh, personal statement. Yeah. So personal statement. How do I say? My advice on personal statement, you better be more specific. Okay, I mean, actually, we do the recruitment, and we see quite a number of applications. And sometimes, if the personal statement is too fancy, at least to me and my colleagues in School of Science, we feel that this may not look so good. Okay, so you try to show yourself and try to show something special about yourself. Sometimes, the personal statement, people write some fancy stories, and that might be a bit negative. I mean, actually, we are more looking into, in the School of Science, we look more into the whether you have some kind of, your passion for science, and whether you have some kind of science section or background, that kind of things. So so that's my advice for personal statement.
Okay, so well, any advice from Allure to students well, before they make the application?
The main advice is to not be afraid to apply. You never know what kind of your qualities can attract the admission officers. So just apply.
Okay, so well, my advice is that well, I've been to Hkust many times, and I see a lot of brilliant students in this country, and I'm sure that well, be bold, apply, and I'm sure that you achieve a lot in Hong Kong in HKUST. So well, hope to see your application very soon, and I look forward to meet you on campus next September. So well, thank you very much for your time, and well, if you have any question, as I said, feel free to email me, or you can also find the contact on our website if you want to find well, the science school colleagues. Okay, so well, thank you very much for your time, and I know that you have to get ready for the next session, which may start well, in 10 minutes. Okay, thanks again for your time. Okay, bye-bye everyone.